Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Des, the best, better than the rest, okay?
All the pretty girls, they got nothing on you. They got nothing on you.
And if you just came from my ghetto tripod video, this is literally the same day, same hour. I just switched positions. Today I have 25 tips for you incoming college freshmen. Yes, like I feel like I could tell y'all things because your girl's about to be a junior, halfway there. So yeah, I have 25 tips for you guys and I wrote it down in my little notebook, my handy dandy
Notebook!
And I pretty much broke it down to 4 different groups. First group is social, second group is education, third group is extracurriculars, and the fourth group will be dating. So to start off this video, I will start with group 1, which is the social group. So the first tip I have for you incoming freshmen is to just be yourself. I know it's the age of social media, Twitter, all that, and it could be easy to see other people, you know, maybe you think that girl pretty, you think that dude can dress or whatever be going through your head, and just let them be them and you can be you. Like, have your own style. Don't feel like you have to be some different type of person to fit in or whatever. Like, you don't have to fit in. Your friends will come. Your friends that like you for you, that have the similar interests and things like that, they will come. So the second tip goes along with that one is to make genuine friends. You do not have to be on Twitter begging for friends because 9 times out of 10 that friendship is going to be fake. Okay, it depends. Maybe someone will notice based off your tweets like, oh, I can see myself hanging out with this person. She seems cool. She doesn't seem problematic, or he, depending on which gender is watching this video. It just comes off as desperate too. So tip number 3 is try new things. Go into college with an open mind. If you like fashion, try art things, you know, like, I don't know how else to explain it, but just go in with the open mind. Like, you meet friends and they want to do this, do it. You don't have to keep doing the things that you're used to, that you're comfortable with. Next tip is to find hobbies. You don't want to just be in college just for the academic part. You have a bunch of hours where it could be spent having fun, doing something fun, something within self-love, something like you never played soccer, but you've been thinking about it. Go ahead and play soccer. Your school may have club or intramural teams. Go ahead and try it. The more hobbies you participate in, the more opportunity you have to meet people, and it's not like all your friends are just within student government. Like, you can have friends in student government, friends from soccer, friends from class. Like, you get what I'm saying? The next tip is to don't feel pressured. And what I mean by this is, it kind of goes in with the be yourself tip. Don't feel pressured to be someone you're not. If you're quiet, don't feel like, oh, I gotta be loud, I gotta be twerking on my seat at every function. Like, no, if that's not you, that's not you, and that's okay. People may start calling you stuck up, bougie, or whatever, but unless you are stuck up and bougie, you're not stuck up and bougie. You're just quiet, you're just not as super outgoing. But definitely try to be social, but you don't have to be up in everybody's face trying to get to know everybody. Like, if that's not you, it's okay, and if that is you, that's okay. Next tip is be considerate, and what I mean by this is more so with roommates. If you're in a dorm or an apartment or whatever, just be considerate to whoever else is living with you or around you. Like, don't be loud, don't be blasting music without like making sure it's okay with whoever else is living with you. Don't be loud talking wise. Like, you know, y'all got some home training. Y'all mamas had, or parents had, to do good raising y'all. Like, don't lose your home training when you get to college because it still applies. The next tip is more so a safety thing, and it's to don't travel alone, especially in the dark. If you don't really have friends like that, your school may have services where they can send like a buddy to walk with you or like something. Like, just look into it, but try not to walk alone. And if you do, definitely FaceTime someone, whether it's like your mom, someone. Next tip also ties in with safety, and it's to always have a charger. If you know you're about to be out for a good couple hours, whether it's like a party, a game, something, always have your charger, because you never know how your phone is gonna act. Your phone might be acting A1 the whole time you have it, but then just one day it won't start acting stupid, so it die like fast. Like, I hate that. Your phone, you walk out the house or room or whatever with 100%, and then you get to wherever you're at, like you're not even about to leave yet, and your phone like on 5. Like, always have your charger because you never know. Definitely get an extra charger when you are going away for college. Next tip is to use your meal plan wisely. You do not want to be that student that's using all your, it's called different things for different people, but you don't want to use all your swipes, all your, whatever they call it, the stuff you use to get like Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, Bojangles, whatever like restaurants they have on campus. Don't use up all of that like first half of the semester, because you're gonna be hungry. You're gonna get tired of the cafeteria food. Like, if you're like me, I barely touched that cafeteria food. I had to have a meal plan my freshman year. It was a requirement, but I was cooking every week. I was cooking and meal planning for the week, so I wouldn't have to eat no cafeteria food, and I could still have my own swipes. I think that's what it's called, swipes. I honestly forgot what it was called at A&T. At my current school, UNCC, is called DB. So, yeah. Like me, I budgeted my swipes or whatever it was called. Like, I was not finna go outside the second half of the semester. The last tip for the social aspect is to have fun. Don't feel like you have to be confined to your room all the time, unless that's what you like to do. I'm a homebody, so I completely understand, but I do try to be social sometimes, but definitely have fun. It's college. Your parents aren't around. No one's telling you go to sleep. No one's telling you be back in your room at a certain time, unless y'all school is just that strict. I think Hampton is, honestly. But other than that, like, go wild, go crazy, go stupid. But have home training. You don't have to have home training all the time. If you're at a party, go crazy. So the next group is the education group. My first tip is define good study habits and methods. If you're like me, you pretty much skated through middle school, high school, A's and B's, no problem. But college, I don't want to say it depends on your major, because, for example, you could be like a fine arts student and you could be struggling, like, not because you're dumb, but because maybe it's just hard sometimes. It be like that. Just because you're an engineering student or whatever doesn't mean you're better than everyone. Everyone has their own struggle. So definitely try to find good study methods. So definitely do research before classes start. It's May right now. Unless you're doing summer classes, you have until August or September to figure it all out. So definitely figure it all out. The next tip is to go to career fairs. Career fairs will put you on. Like, everyone, not everyone, but in your school, everyone is just about graduating with a college degree. But not everyone has the experience to go with it when it comes time to go out into the real world and get a real job. So definitely go to career fairs. You may not be able to snag something as a freshman, but it is a good networking strategy. Make sure to collect business cards if they have that. Make sure to practice your elevator speech. If you don't know what an elevator speech is, Google it. Just make sure you're prepared. Book for all the resources on your school's career service page. It is helpful. It has information about resumes, cover letters, professional dress, interviews, like all that. Go to career fairs. Oh, and when you go to career fairs, make sure to research the companies there that you may be interested in, because they will ask you some questions or whatever, so you want to make sure you know what you're talking about. The next tip is be appropriate for a class. I know it's college, no dress code for the most part, and you want to go crazy. You was confined to not wearing leggings, crop tops, whatever in high school, so now you just want to wear whatever the heck you want to wear. But definitely play it safe. If it's a class that you know, I don't want to say the professor is useless, but it's not a professor that you're going to have to ask for a teacher recommendation letter from, I guess you can wear whatever you want. But if it's a class like math, science, I guess it depends on your major, but I was engineering, now I'm biology, so I definitely try to be cool around like my science professors, because those are the people that I'm gonna have to get my recommendation letters from later on. So don't be having like your, I don't want to say don't have your nipples out, because it's just nipples, but you know, like the world we live in. I know it's hard to confine yourself to the standards of other people, whatever, but you just have to. You just have to sometimes, especially when it's down to trying to get recommendation letters and things like that, because professors do talk. So yeah. The next tip is the network. Networking in college is so important, because people can put you on, like you happen to meet someone who is in your major and they find out some information about opportunities, and then they'll share it with you, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, you should do it with me too. Like, I have a friend like that. We literally have the same major, same minor. We both want to become doctors in the long run, so we be putting each other on to game. Yeah, so definitely network with other students, faculty, at the career fair, like everywhere. If you're on the bus, don't be afraid to like say hey to people around you. Like, you never know who you're talking to. So make sure to network. The next tip is to study. This goes on with the find a good study methods tip, but definitely study, because college, unless you're cheating, like it gets hard sometimes. You definitely have to put in time, put in hours. Like, not just studying 1 day a week, unless it's like a 1 credit class. That 3 credit or 4 credit class, you definitely need to put in hours within a week for studying. If you're transitioning to your next class, that's an easy opportunity to just hop on Quizlet on your phone, look at some flashcards or whatever, like, study, just study. And the last tip for the education is to don't be afraid to speak up. And what I mean by this is, ask questions in class, go to office hours, don't be afraid to ask for help. I know my problem is that, like, I don't exactly know why I'm struggling. Like, it's one thing if I don't understand like a concept, I can easily ask that. But it's just sometimes like, okay, you know you're struggling, but you don't know why. Like, you're putting the time in studying, but the results just ain't it. So definitely, if you are like confused in that type of situation, definitely try to schedule office hours or like a meeting with your professor, maybe every other week, once a month, whatever you find necessary. But don't be afraid to ask for help. You don't have to struggle on your own. Your professors get paid to help you, and if not, take that to the chair. Take that to the dean, whoever. So the next group is the extracurriculars group, and my first tip is find a smart side hustle. Not try to knock anyone's hustle, but for some reason, people come into college thinking they can braid hair. That's like the main one, honestly. People come to college thinking they can braid hair. Just because you can weave a real strand of hair with some fake hair does not mean you're a braider. Just because you can get a finished look does not mean it's a good finished look. Like, I'm tired of it. Like, make your money, but I feel like your side hustle definitely should be something you're good at, not something you can simply do. You getting what I'm saying? If you're good at like nails, definitely make that a side hustle. But don't just do nails because you see other people doing nails too. So you just trying to do nails and get paid too. Like, nobody wants messed up nails. No. Everyone has their own thing. Some things may be similar to another person's thing, but find your thing. Make your money based off your thing. The next tip is to be involved. Like I said earlier, join organizations, do volunteering, community service in the community or on campus. Just try to do things, one, that you like, and then two, something that goes along with your major. If you're like pre-med, volunteer the hospital, the nursing home, whatever else. If you're engineering, I guess you don't really have any place to volunteer within that field, but you can get a job like at Apple, something. But definitely give back to the community, volunteer for things on campus. The next tip, please listen to this tip. If you want to join a Black Greek organization, please be discreet. I'm not Greek, but I be seeing on Twitter, honestly, today I woke up to some tweet I tweeted like 2 years ago about telling someone to delete their tweet because they were saying they want to get Kappa or Q or something. I'm just like,
delete that, please. Like, they gon' ban you. You're not gonna be able to join the line. They gonna clown you.
like, be discreet. If you're joining I forgot what the other sororities and fraternities were called, like Pan-Hellenic Council something. Like I don't want to say the white sorority and fraternities, but you know what I mean. Like, their rituals and processes and everything are different. There's hella videos on YouTube about people partaking in those processes. They're showing like their experiences and whatever else, their events. If you're trying to join like the Black organizations, be discreet. You can ask questions one-on-one to whoever is in that organization, but don't be telling everyone, oh yeah, I want to be a Kappa, I want to be a Q, blah, 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 like, because then it looks like you're trying to join the organization for clout, and they're not looking for clout chasers. They're looking for actual people who can make change in the community, offer something for their organization. Yeah, just great people. The next tip is to be aware of the Greeks. Also, let me add, if you're small like me, I'm about 4'11", 110 pounds. Girl, be aware of the Q dogs. You don't gotta be scared of all Q dogs, but they gonna pick you up, sis. So if you see a Q walking towards you, run the other way. And when I say run, I mean run the other way. But if you want to get picked up, that's on you. I'm just not about that life. Beware of the Greeks. If you're at a party or you're just outside near the yard or something, beware. Like, they'll start strolling out of nowhere. If they hear they song, if you hear Nuck, if you buck, please get on the wall. Get on the wall. They're gonna start strolling and they're not gonna care who's around. So just watch from like the distance. You don't gotta be up in their face, but if you're in their face, just be careful. The last tip for extracurriculars is to learn your school's culture, if they have a culture. I know it's more so for HBCUs, or I guess more prestigious HBCUs. I don't know, but they say like alumni will come up to you asking you to say the alma mater, and then if you don't, it's like a bad look. So if that is something within your school's culture, definitely learn the alma mater. Your school is pride heavy, definitely cop you some gear so you don't just be left out at the games, everybody wearing their school pride or whatever, and you're not. If there's like spirit days, themes with games or whatever, definitely participate. You don't have to be thinking you're too good to do it. You can participate. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say about the culture part, because I feel like if you're interested in the school, you will know like what their things are. So yeah, the last group is the dating group. Like, we being real, we dating, we doing whatever in college. So the first tip is to be safe on dating apps. It's 2020, so of course Tinder is a thing, Bumble, Black People Meet, Christian Mingle, I don't know. It's a bunch of dating apps and websites, and people are actually using them. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed about. So be safe though. Like, if you're meeting up someone, please don't meet with somebody at their house or invite them to your house or dorm or whatever. Please try to make the first couple links in public, not in private areas, because it's just a dangerous world. You never know who you're meeting. You never know people's intentions until things happen. Like, really, like you invite somebody over your house and then they about to rob you, or the worst. Like, you never know. So just meet them in public the first couple times, because they're strangers. You know, your parents was telling you don't talk to strangers, but of course we're grown now, so we talking to strangers. But just be vigilant. Second tip is to use protection. We're in college, you know, things are happening. It's not a surprise. People are having sex. People are having sex with 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, however many people they want to. Don't slut shame nobody about it, because their body, as long as they're being safe, who cares? But definitely be safe. It just takes one person to catch an STD or some other bad disease. Like, just be safe. Wrap it up. There's always free condoms in the health center. Just go grab one. Be safe. Okay? And then always get tested after having a new partner. Your clinic or school's health center should, I'm pretty sure they do offer testing. So yeah, definitely don't be afraid to get tested. If you feel like something is wrong, get tested. If your results come back positive, don't be afraid to tell whoever your previous encounters were that, oh yeah, I got positive for this, so you might want to get checked, blah, blah, blah. Don't find out your results and then be ashamed and don't tell no one, because now you're putting other people at risk for no reason. So yeah, be smart and get tested and wrap it up. Next tip is to always let a friend or someone know where you are. So this goes along with the don't be nowhere by yourself tip and the be safe on dating apps tip. If you're about to go out with someone you just met, whether it is online or in person, definitely share your location with someone you trust, like someone you know is going to actually check it, because I'll be sharing my location with a lot of people and I know they don't be checking it. So yeah, definitely share it with someone that's going to be like looking like, okay, she's at this restaurant, blah blah, and then something seems strange, they'll follow up with you. And yeah, the last tip within dating is don't be messy. You can have 5 bays if you want to, but don't take nobody else's bay. Like, if you got Timmy, Johnny, Kyle, Devon, and Tyrone, that's all 5 of your bays, but Devon got a girlfriend, Devon do not need to be your bae. Simple. Like, if everyone's single, cool, do live y'all best life. But if somebody got a girlfriend, somebody got a boyfriend, just prevent the unnecessary drama and leave that person alone. And if they're not leaving you alone, ignore them, block. Next, honestly. So I pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover. If you do have questions or you want to message me personally, my social medias are at the bottom. You definitely can hit me up if you're wondering something. I just try to keep it real. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.